to us today, Will Tait.
Thank you. Yeah. So, to be here today, after being at the National Energy Efficiency Conference in Sydney in May, is really to move from one really exciting generative nexus to another. Yeah. There it was about the confluence of smart technology, innovative policy making and governance, and a really amazing range of players from different sectors coming together, from social services to heat pump innovators, and honing in on how to reduce energy demand, driven by all the benefits that brings. The social equity that comes from affordable, safe, comfortable housing, the smart tech fit-for-purpose downscaling of our grids so that they can respond flexibly to fluctuations in how we get our green energy, and the sheer human thrill of designing physical systems, physical infrastructure that allows us to thrive and be in harmony with our environment. Here, that nexus feels like it is centered around a fresh, deeper, active participation in and embrace of First Nations worldviews and practical approaches, and a respect that all of that makes visible ways of being and ways of doing that allow us to be in harmony with each other and the place that holds us. At the center of that, the concept of country coming from indigenous cultures and knowledges is that of a living intelligence that we are in relationship with, in kinship with, along with all of the other beings that we share this place with. Our Western concepts of nature and land and even life can end up feeling rather dry and disconnected in comparison. And that leads us to objectify and distance ourselves from these systems that we are viscerally entwined in. My sense, though, is that we can refresh our language, we can rejuvenate it, reanimate it, by knowing that when we say land, when we say nature, we're actually referring to something that is alive, even awake, that we are in partnership with, something more akin to family or tribe. Now, one person who has really fueled my inspiration and courage that we can transform the English language in this way is Tyson Yunkaporta. Yeah. I thought he might have a few friends in the audience. There's a passage in Sand Talk where he talks about transition. I feel like it's so apt for this gathering today. Considering that the catastrophes we're experiencing may take decades or even centuries to play out, then another century for us to recover after that, it may be advisable for us to get ahead of the game. Begin creating cultures and societies of transition to lessen the impacts of this calamity on our communities to come. We need to start working with the land rather than against it. Yeah. And it's those words that inspired the rewriting of this classic jazz standard, which you may or may not recognize, to share a story with you today about what I feel is at the heart of this gathering. There was a dream, a very brave and hopeful dream, to make the world a better place. The human race must slow its madness down. Release the wheel that spins us round, and somehow land with grace upon the ground. For many years, as guardians of this precious dream, we warned the world of floods and fires, ocean rise, and lo, these came to pass. Yet all the while, the stories grew of things that bloom when nature has the room. A voice of truth could not remove the wheels of growth. Our leaders nodded yes to change, then quickly claimed we couldn't slow things down. Then the voice of youth released its rage. Before we knew it, history had turned a page. And now we see we're in a new reality. The earth has changed and so have we. So what are we to do? We find our place in life's embrace and give ourselves with heart and mind and hand. We build the world we want to see, make visible our kinship with the land, with the land, with the land. We build the world we want to see, make visible our kinship